Alright, how's it going everybody? So this is definitely going to be kind of a different video. In case you couldn't tell, this is going to be kind of off the cuff. It's not even gonna, I'm not even sure how the editing's going to be. So apologies in advance if the editing isn't, too crazy. I don't know. Because it's pretty straightforward. I'm just doing a tier list. I consider doing this as a stream, but you know what? I just want to do this right away. This is the only one I could find that had like all the updated arcs too. Let me just double check. Yeah, it does seem like everything is here. Okay, wait a second. Hold on a moment. Okay, good. The GT I was gonna say, like, I didn't see the GT stuff, and I was concerned. But yeah, we have everything, including the manga stuff. There's even Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which I'm not gonna do because I'll be honest, I'm not too knowledgeable about that stuff. About the Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Oh, it has Jocko. You know what? Let's start off with that. Jocko goes up there. If that even counts, I guess. So yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to be ranking my arcs, or what I think is my favorite arc and whatever, and we'll go from there. I'll just be explaining what I think of each one, and pretty straightforward. I mean, you guys know how tier lists work, right? Alright, these aren't in order, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to be going like out of order. Look, it starts with minus, then it goes to King Piccolo, and then 23rd World Tournament. These are kind of in order. Not really. So some of them are, some of them aren't. We'll try our best. So, yeah, let's actually start with minus. Okay, so Jocko, I mean, those two are kind of connected. Jocko, I think, is honestly one of the best pieces of Dragon Ball, if you can consider it as Dragon Ball, because it is. It is, even though it's like a spin-off thing. I really recommend to go read it if you can, because a lot of people overlook it, and it should not be overlooked. All right, Dragon Ball minus. So I'm a little conflicted on this. I don't think it's, a lot of people think it would be like here, but I was going to say here. I'm going to say here. I don't hate it. I'm not like necessarily fond of it either, but we'll put it there because there's issues with it, but I feel like now that Bardock is actually being utilized, there was a reason to change who he was and his backstory and such. Also, I mean, it introduced Gine, and I love Gine. She seems cool. She's cool. So without minus, we wouldn't have her. Also, another thing too, since this was made, it means I get extra renders of Goku in his Saiyan armor as a kid, which is very helpful for my videos, so I gotta thank minus for that, because otherwise that wouldn't have been in the Broly movie, and then I wouldn't have had those renders. Okay, little stupid point, but King Piccolo. Ooh, so my opinions have changed on this a lot. So it used to be my favorite of the original Dragon Ball story. When I say OG Dragon Ball here, or original Dragon Ball, I'm referring to everything before Z. Like, I know it's just Dragon Ball, but then it gets confusing because the manga itself is, I don't need to go into that whole spiel about all the naming and stuff. It's just like to simplify what I'm talking about. I'll refer to that as original Dragon Ball, and then Z will be the arcs once Raditz shows up and everything after that. You guys get it. You get it. You're fine. You're smart. You subscribed to me after all, so you're smart. If you're not subscribed, hey, subscribe. Throw it up on the screen right here. Little animation. Cool. All right, King Piccolo. Yeah, so it used to be one of my favorites of the original Dragon Ball story, but it's like here. I would say it's around here. And B is not bad. B is like average baseline stuff. Actually, you know what? I should move this down a little bit. And D doesn't mean terrible either. If it's, yeah, I'll keep that there. Whatever. We'll tweak that later. We'll figure out a way to distinguish all this as we go on. But yeah, King Piccolo, I really did used to like that the most out of anything, but yeah, sitting on it and then like reading over it like 2 other times again, because I've done like 2 other rereads, and I've just realized I'm not as fond of this as I remember. I can't really pinpoint why. Part of it has to do with like, I can't even explain it. I'd have to make a whole video like going into my reasoning for that. All right, 23rd World Tournament, definitely up here. Jocko, we'll put off to the side. I was just actually saying today on Twitter, 23rd World Tournament's my top 3. I mean, it introduces my favorite character in all of fiction, Piccolo. And it's just a lot of fun in general seeing how everybody grew up. I mean, especially Goku. I mean, you see him for the first time as an adult. You get to see like everybody else's developments. Krillin, Tenshinhan, Chi-Chi. A lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Saiyan Saga. Wait, I just want to make sure it doesn't, because some of these will split up the Saiyan Saga into 2 things. Like it'll be Raditz and then like the Vegeta stuff. Okay, it looks like this is all in one. Oh no, some of this is in order. Because, like, there's these random Dragon Ball things down here. They're out of order, but everything else actually seems to be in order, so that's good. So this one's tough. I don't know if I'd place it above 23rd. It's also top 3. And, you know, for the record, too, we'll say, see, look, this one splits up the Namek saga into 3 different things. So that's going to be weird to rank. Yeah, so this is at least easy. This is definitely top 3. My top 3 is pretty interchangeable. I mean, I would also put the Frieza stuff up here. I'd actually say this is probably... Okay, so since it's split up, if this weren't split up, Namek would probably be, like, 3rd. But since it's split up, like, the Frieza stuff is definitely going to be... I just said I wasn't going to rank it, but now I am. Yeah, Frieza Saga, I would say, like, up there. The Ginyu stuff, it's okay. It's my least favorite of the Namek stuff, but it's okay. And then I really like this stuff. Like, I guess this is right before... Like, it shows Goku, so this is right before he shows up and whatever. So that's, like... I'm guessing that's the pre-Ginyu stuff. Because I don't know, like, the way it separated it. I don't know why it's split into those 3. So I guess it's Namek, Ginyu, and Frieza, the way they're splitting it up. I usually just group them all as one. But whatever. We will ignore Garlic Jr. You know what? Whatever. Go in here. Go in here. I gotta explain more why I'm putting each one, whatever. So the Ginyu stuff, the reason I like it the least, the Namek parts, is because I think, I do like the Ginyu Force. I really do, but it felt, I don't want to say something and people take it the wrong way. Compared to the other stuff, some of the things here didn't feel as crucial to the story to see, and it felt like a lot of time could have been invested better. See, I'm trying to figure out a way to phrase this without upsetting people, because I love the Ginyu Force and the Ginyu stuff, but I feel like compared to the other stuff in that arc, it kind of slows it down in a way. And I get why it was done. I just feel like the usage of time in that arc, it could have been shortened a bit, if that makes sense. Again, I'm trying to, like, dance around it. And I like this stuff, too. It's very campy, like watching Krillin and Gohan go around, being the only ones on Namek at first, and then, like, you see everybody showing up. It's like, oh, God, Frieza's here. Oh, no, Vegeta's here now. Very fun stuff. And then Frieza stuff, obviously, because that's when Goku shows up. I'll consider this, like, everything after Goku finally is healed and then, like, Vegeta dies. So that's how I'll split it up, because I don't know how these 3 are split up. All right, next we got the Android Saga. Ooh, and that's good that it splits up the Cell and Android Saga. Cell would definitely be... I really would like to put Cell in the top 3, because it is, for me, like, on that level. But since it's like an honorable mention, it would have been in top 3 if there weren't already 3 others. So it's a very honorable mention. It's a very close 4th place. The Android Saga, too. So let's do both of these together. So the Android Saga, I would place around here. These ones won't be ordered. These ones, I guess, kind of are. So, Android Saga. I really do like a lot of the stuff that was done here. I like how Vegeta's just like an asshole doing whatever he wants. Because he's in that weird phase where he's an anti-hero and he's like, you know, he's not good, but he's also like, it's like an enemy of my enemy type thing. Like, he's there just being an asshat doing whatever he wants to do. And obviously you see him go Super Saiyan. There's a lot of cool scenes there like that. And then I like the reveal of Imperfect Cell and that whole chase with him trying to find all the androids. So him finding 17 and then, like, eventually finding 18 once he is semi-perfect. It also has all the Piccolo stuff too, which is awesome. Him reuniting with Kami. Yeah, all that stuff is great. I'm being too harsh. Let's put it up there. And because I know a lot of people don't like the Android Saga because how it switches around the villains a lot, but I like it. I really do like it. I feel like even for its flaws, it's the overall story makes up for it there. I really like just overall, I think it's a very good product, even if there's some things in between that can be altered. So Cell Saga, definitely one of my favorites. I love watching the dynamic between, because I mean it builds out like all the dynamics that are established in this arc right here. They're built upon in this arc too, like Vegeta and Trunks' dynamic, obviously Goku and Gohan's dynamic, Piccolo, even Piccolo and Goku, that dynamic is kind of built up more because Piccolo is viewing Gohan as his student still, and then Goku is too, and it's like they have two conflicting ideals of what Gohan's doing and how to best deal with him and such, and I really like seeing that dichotomy there, but also just the Cell games in general. I really love Cell, and I know people have problems with Cell. This arc seems to be very both of these actually, Androids and Cell, both of them, it seems there's a very conflicting general consensus amongst people about how good these arcs are. Some people say Cell Saga is the worst of Z, And then some people say it's the best of Z. I don't know. My opinion always changes. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, it's my favorite. And then sometimes I'll be like, it's like below the Saiyan Saga and Namek. Now I'm wondering if I should put this here and this there. These two are so close to each other. These two are so close. I don't even know. You know what? Screw it. Instead of doing a top 3 up here, I changed the rules. Like I said, I'm just going to change it as it goes. I want to put it in Z tier. I don't want to just keep this as a top 3 because this is arcs that are comparable in terms of my enjoyment. So that's why I want to put it like that. So we'll do it like that. There's no like top 3, top 10, whatever. It's going to be, this is like all comparable in terms of enjoyment. Like these two are comparable enjoyment. This is like, get rid of it. I don't care. Ooh, the Otherworld stuff. Okay, now that is actually, I do enjoy that. It's a pretty good arc. It's a lot of fun as like a filler thing. And I know a lot of people might ignore it because it's not a canon thing. But something not being canon isn't always terrible, and I wish people would be more open to that. And that doesn't just apply to this arc, but yeah, I'll put it around here. And I think Great Saiyaman. See, it's good that I got rid of the top 3 because I also want to put this up here. Yeah, so this is just unordered now. These are just all comparable in quality. Saiyaman Saga is so much fun, and a lot of people are like, oh, Gohan is ruined here. He's such a nerd. He's such a geek. He being a superhero. I love it. I love how silly and stupid and goofy and campy it is with him being the Great Saiyaman, him meeting Videl and everything, and just seeing how he's adjusted to life without Goku, like after those 7 years, and like what he's up to. And also, I mean, it's the first time you see Gohan growing up too, which is huge. So, and like also you're introduced to Goten, and then eventually it does lead into the tournament stuff, and it's a very peaceful time. It's fun. I love it. Both versions, not just because the anime does add some stuff that isn't in the manga. Both of them are equally great, and even the stuff that the anime adds, awesome. There's nothing bad in that arc, I think. I love everything about it. So next we have the Babidi Saga. I guess that's how it's splitting it into. See, this is weird, because sometimes I'll see people split it into like, because the Buu Saga, kind of like the Namek thing, sometimes people split it like Babidi, then there's the Majin Vegeta stuff, then there's the Fusion stuff, and then there's the Kid Buu stuff, but this one just splits it into 2. Babidi stuff I don't really care for. I would do this. I don't know, like Babidi isn't really that interesting for me, and Deborah I feel like could have been more. Super Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Ball Heroes, whatever, they both build upon that too, and it's just like, they're there just as the obstacles. The Supreme Kai and Kibito, it's a very bad introduction for them, I feel, because it makes them look so stupid and just like, why are they here in general, you know? And it's probably my least favorite part of the Buu Saga, I would say. But it does show Majin Vegeta here too, so like, see, again, it's splitting it up in such a weird way. And the Majin Vegeta stuff, I don't even know. I'll include that. I can't see this because it's so tiny if Majin Vegeta's in here anywhere. It's just like all people thrown together. But if we're including the Majin Vegeta stuff here, if I could separate it out, that would probably be B, and then the Babidi stuff would be all over here. But yeah, I guess I could see why they're intertwined. Buu Saga, again, another thing that people are pretty conflicted on, whether they love it or hate it, and I rarely ever see in between. Just like the Android Saga, I would put it up there. There's a lot of stuff that I really like about it. Of course, there's flaws. I would say more flaws in the Android Saga, but it's a lot of fun too. A word that I'm going to be using a lot here, because Dragon Ball is just fun. I mean, you can't really deny that. I'm sure a lot of you will agree. The Buu Saga, it introduces Gotenks, my favorite fusion. It introduced Ultimate Gohan. I don't necessarily like how Gohan was handled, even though he is one of my favorite characters, which is why I'm more critical here. But Ultimate is one of my favorite forms, because I know it's like a very simple thing, but I like that. I like simple transformations. It could have been executed better. Super Saiyan 3 I also like. Buu, I like his design, his characteristics and such. And yeah, so I guess if we're including everything post Majin Vegeta over here, including like the ending of the Buu Saga too, which is awesome, the Spirit Bomb, everything's great. Peaceful World Saga, see, like this is also split out too, and like the ending of Z, I guess. It's very short is the thing, so it's like, I feel weird separating it out, but I guess, yeah, it's its own thing, kinda, so I do like it. It's a satisfying ending, I think. Goku going off with Oob, you know, doing something he loves. He's gonna be training again, and then like they're gonna get stronger together, and it's just Goku being Goku. I love it, and you can see Vegeta more as an Earthling. I mean, we already saw that in the Buu saga, but like you see that even more here. You see what everyone is doing after the 10 years. And then we got Battle of Gods. Oh yeah, so what was I saying about that? Yeah, I really like the way it tied everything up, kinda. Battle of Gods. This is, I'll put this here. Maybe here. I'm not too sure. One of these two. It's like around here, I would say. I love the introduction of Beerus and the introduction to the multiverse. Super Saiyan God, I love. And this movie, which I have this problem with some of the other movies too. This movie actually does feel like a celebration of Dragon Ball, where it includes all the characters, even if they're not all, you know, like I don't expect Krillin to get like a new form and defeat a main villain, or like Yamcha to blow up a planet or some shit like that. But like just them being involved and them being present, that's good enough for me. Like, which I'll get to with the Broly movie later on, which that was supposed to be like a celebration movie too, which is why here, this is how you do a celebration movie, because it includes the cast. Like, if you want to do a celebration of the series, you got to have as much people as possible there, you know? So that's one of the things I feel is really nice about that. I guess this is the manga version of Battle of Gods. That would go like over here. Resurrection F. Oh, I've been very vocal about this. I mean, they're essentially the same, these two. This one is just like a worse version of that. Like, I would rank it the movie version, then the anime version, then the manga version, because this is just like a very sped up version of that and like not as good quality. These two are just irredeemable. Resurrection F is just so boring. It's not even bad. You know what? I'll do this. This will go over here because Resurrection F, the movie, isn't entirely terrible. The manga version of it, and I mean the manga version is essentially the anime version or the movie version. Kinda. I don't know. I haven't read the manga version in a while because I haven't had the desire to reread that, so I don't remember the exact differences and such. But I do remember very vividly that I hate the anime version of it, and that would be in delete this year. This isn't irredeemable. It's the worst of the movies and one of the worst arcs in general, but the movie version of it is at least better than the other two versions. I'll say that. I will say that because there's some fun stuff, like mainly the stuff with the Z Fighters versus the Frieza Force, which is actually kind of fun. I like that. And there's some cool moments in between, like the 1-inch punch. I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of stuff, but I just don't like it. It's just very bland, I guess. Universe 6. So this is the anime version. I guess this is the manga version. Manga version I definitely like better than the anime version. I'm conflicted. Well, this isn't all ranked. So like I said, this is all like equal enjoyment. I would say this probably, because this is definitely better by a noticeable amount, at least for me. Remember, this is all opinionated. So if you don't agree, just remember, like, it's all me. It's all me. I'm not saying like this is the definitive tier list. Like, oh, you have to agree with this. No. Copy Vegeta. Delete this. And see, like, here's all the Dragon Ball stuff, so I'll get to that later. I'll do that all at once. I don't know why it's jumbled in like that. Manga versus anime version of Goku Black. So this one, I wonder what people will think about this. I like the manga version better than the anime version. And I would say it goes like that. I think the manga version does do some things better. It makes things more interesting. I like the dynamic with Goku Black and Zamasu there, like that one moment where they're arguing with each other, their whole plan's falling apart, and they're like, oh crap, it wasn't supposed to go like this, and they're like bickering with each other, and then like they use the fusion as a way to like reconcile with each other. The stuff with Gowasu, and one of the things I really like about this arc, building upon that Gowasu thing that I just said, it uses Shin. Like, remember I was saying here with the Buu saga that I hated the introduction of this. Well, I didn't hate the introduction. I mean, like, Shin and Kibito are just made to seem like incompetent. The manga version of this, it's the best, like, of anything that Shin's ever done. It makes him look like actually, I was gonna say competent, but also confident, because he is like, he even like stands up to Zamasu too, which is awesome seeing him involved and like actually helping out. And also even Kibito, because like you see Kibito training with Zamasu. Again, a minor thing because it's like those are like kind of tertiary characters, but still awesome to see them have some use here. I like Perfected Super Saiyan Blue. I like the Infinite Army of Zamasu's instead of him merging with the universe. Granted, I still hate the ending of the arc because both versions are essentially the same. It's just Zeno erasing everything. And also, like, this arc even has, or the anime, with the manga version of it, it has Super Saiyan God Vegeta. It makes more use of Vegeta, like, alone. And Trunks isn't as absurdly powerful. Like, because in the anime, it feels like Trunks is way too overpowered. But the manga, it's more grounded. And him having the Kai abilities is awesome. Again, I can make a whole video on this. I kind of already did. I've made one before, but I can make a whole video on why I love the manga version. There's so many things. Tournament of Power. So definitely would say anime version, manga version, because the manga version, it's just a worse version of the anime's thing. And I feel like part of it is because, which I feel kind of bad about, it's because, like, in the manga, they kind of have to rush through it to get to the manga original stuff. I don't know, because I'm not there in the production process, and the anime arc is so long. It kind of drags on at some points, but it is definitely noticeably better than the manga version, even with its flaws. So I'd rate them both there. I just don't like the tournament thing in general, because a lot of it, I've said this before too, the tournament format for arcs, because a lot of it you're just trying to spend time getting fodder out of the way, and like this has 80 fighters. This isn't a normal tournament, so you have to spend time. And you could see the manga was really strapped for time here, and like Kale just knocks out like half the people, because that's what the tournament is. You got to knock out like 50 billion people in the tournament, and it's like, why are they there in the first place? You're not even going to use them. It's like, I'd rather just have a smaller tournament or just something else. I don't even know. Which is why I like this tournament. You know, it's just 5 1v1s. Much better than an 80-person battle royale where most of the fighters, like, out of, like, probably 15 of them are relevant, and then the rest of them, they're just, who cares? Who cares? And then also, like, cool moments in the Tournament Power, too. It's too long to completely go in depth over why I like both of them, or I mean, why I ranked both of them where they are, but yeah. I think that's a good summary of that. The Moro arc. This will definitely go up here. Actually, that's not fair. So, here's an issue. I think this is good. Z+, and then Z. These will be the honorable mentions. And I think we could do it like this. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. We'll do this. I think that's a good way to separate it out, because I was like, I don't want to put it on the same level as these, but it's definitely, I love the Moro arc. I absolutely do love it. And it's definitely the best in Super, I feel. I won't go too in depth, because I know a lot of people still haven't read it, and they might just be waiting to watch it. And in the event that the anime actually does come back, which it seems like it will, I can't. Well, I mean, I've already spoiled it in all my what if videos, anyways. So if you've watched me for any amount of time, you probably already know the plot, or at least partially know the plot. But I love that arc. I don't want to go too much in depth and just spoil every aspect of it. I might make a separate. I keep saying it's like I always say like, oh, I'm gonna make a separate video on this and that and that. And trust me, I do have like a list of all the separate videos I need to make. I'll get to it eventually, and you could decide whether or not you want to be spoiled and watch it. Speaking of that, Superhero is not on here. Superhero would also be around here with the Moro arc. I still think the Moro arc is better than Superhero, but Superhero, I would say, is my favorite Dragon Ball movie in general. So above everything else. And I just noticed too, is Broly not on here? Broly's not on here either. So I guess this list didn't have, because it's weird, some of the lists didn't have, they were missing things. Some of them were missing GT, some of them were missing the manga parts of Super. So this one seemed to have the most, but I don't see Broly anywhere unless I'm blind and like I can't see this thing. No, yeah, I can't see any. I mean, all these Super Dragon Ball Hero covers blend together. They're all just effects everywhere. That would be, I would say Broly would be like around A. Because like I was saying before with Battle of the Gods, that felt like a Celebration movie, and Superhero did too. Broly didn't, and that was supposed to be like the 20th anniversary, or I mean not 20th anniversary, the 20th movie, and it's supposed to be like a big thing, and it was just Goku and Vegeta versus Broly. It was just a battle most of the time, and it's good, which is why I would put it there, but it's not like, it doesn't excel. The animation's beautiful, it has the best animation in Dragon Ball. No, I would say, yeah, the best, for the most part. Excuse me, I'm a little thirsty. Here's some ASMR. coffee. Anyways, I'm not gonna cut that out. I'm gonna leave that in. So, the Broly movie, yeah, it kind of, it could have done more. And I know there was originally like a 3-hour script or something. I feel like that's part of the reason it feels so barren when it could have been more. But who knows? Maybe the anime will have a recap of the Broly arc, and it'll add all that stuff back in, and it could be at least story-wise better than the movie, not animation-wise though. Granolah arc, another one that people are very contested on. I would put it over. I'll put it over here. Yeah, I think that's fair because I was considering like if I like this one more or not, but yeah, I definitely like the Goku Black arc more than this one. This one does have issues. Mainly, I don't want to go too much into spoilers, but let's say the main antagonist is a little bland towards the end. So we'll leave it at that. If you've read it, you know who I'm talking about, and if not, I'll leave it at that. GT. Now this is gonna be interesting. So Baby definitely would be over here. Yeah, I'll put it there. Baby is definitely over here. I do view it's the best of GT. Moro I still feel is better, so at least in super comparison. Super 17 will be here with Resurrection F. Not a good thing. The hunt for the Dragon Balls, Black Star Dragon Balls, whatever you want to call it, like the beginning parts of GT, it's fun, but like it's also boring at the same time, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's a lot of people agree on that aspect. Yeah, it's like it's serviceable. I feel it's just not. I'll put it there, and that's probably why a lot of people don't like GT, because they'll view this arc and it's just so that people will be like, oh yeah, the rest of it is. And then also Super 17 is just not good. So we'll put the Shadow Dragons. I like the Shadow Dragons. Not a crazy big fan of it, but B tier I feel is good. So these are all Super Dragon Ball heroes, and here's the Dragon Ball stuff, the original stuff. Pilaf. I don't like Pilaf too much, I'll be honest. And like I know it's the first arc in the series, but I think I've said in the past before, I'm not very fond of some of the Dragon Ball arcs from OG Dragon Ball. And again, this doesn't mean it's worse than any of these. It's like all these, I have an equal amount of enjoyment for each of these arcs. So just to clarify again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying like whatever. It's just like I personally do not enjoy it too much, and I would place it around here. Same goes for Red Ribbon. And I guess that includes, yeah, so I'll put all that stuff around here because it's all kind of the same. Except the Baba stuff, I'm glad it kind of separates that out after the fact, because I really do enjoy that. And now the 21st and 22nd World Tournaments. 22nd World Tournament, definitely up here. Love it. I love Tenshinhan, and I love, love that arc, everything about it. And 21st is pretty good as well, because you get to see Goku's development under Roshi, and I like that whole dynamic there. And this is kind of an issue I've had with Dragon Ball. It's like, at a certain point, the tournaments are a little unnecessary, because you already know, like I was saying with the Tournament Power, because you know a lot of the people are there just to be eliminated. But with this one being like the first tournament in the story, it works because like that's just how it was, and everyone that was there, they made use of it, which is good. And same goes for the 22nd to a similar extent. Even the 23rd kind of did that, because everyone that was there that we saw the fights of, it was characters we knew and the characters that we loved and such. So like that's my thoughts on that. Like I don't really care, because any other tournaments beyond that, it's like, come on, what are you doing? And yeah, I guess that's a good ranking. This is always changing for me. Sometimes I'll reread parts of the story, and then I'll realize like, oh yeah, I like this more than that, blah blah blah. And again, this was kind of off the cuff, so I couldn't formulate my thoughts beforehand and be like, oh, this reason, and blah 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 blah. So apologies if this isn't as like nuanced as you may have expected, but that is, oh, actually, let me get that in view. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. It fits right on the screen. Anything above C, I feel is very good. C is like just passable. D is like or actually, I might put that over here. Yeah, there we go. This is the list of mine. Yeah, let me know what you guys think below, what your thoughts are. Again, this is just my opinion, so I'm not saying you have to agree with me, and that also goes in the other direction too. You're like, you can't say, oh, you're wrong. No, it's my opinion. This is right, because objectively, I do think this. Anyways, yeah. We have a lot of fun here. We have a lot of fun here with the unscripted videos, the off-the-cuff ones. You get to see a different side of me. And I don't got my, I remember one time I did one of these and someone's like, oh yeah, you don't have the YouTuber inflection that you usually do when I'm like, what's up everyone? Welcome back. See, like I have like a different voice. All right. Okay. I think I'm not going to edit this just because it's much better without the edits. It's just a lot more personable, you know? We're just here having a good time. I got my coffee. Take another sip. Thank you all for watching. Drop a like and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. You know the spiel. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and maybe I'll do more like this depending on the response. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you all in the next video.